Hey there, Gemini, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot. This is going to be a reading for June 10th through June 23rd, and we're going to look at past, present, and near future energies. Also, Gemini, if this resonates and you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. Aww. Well, if you're manifesting it, it means you don't have it. But let's see. Okay, I love that. All right, this is what's interesting. You get the Sun as the main energy for your reading, and then at the bottom of the deck, you get the Five of Pentacles. These are like totally opposite energies. Happiness, loss, joy, pain. So, as I said, the main energy for your reading is the Sun. There's something here which brings in a lot of happiness for you, or you have the desire for this. Now, I feel like you're kind of teetering, like you're playing around with the energies. There's like you desiring and manifesting all these beautiful energies, but they're not there yet. It's almost like, and I use this example a lot, you manifest them, you ordered them, right, from the universe, and you know that they're coming in, you just don't know when they're coming in. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. So you'll see what I mean when I clarify. In the recent past, you get the Magician, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Wands. You're manifesting love. You're manifesting somebody opening up here, communicating, expressing how they feel, basically letting you know, like, hey, Gemini, I have feelings. I have emotions. This is like kind of like romantic, flirty type of energy. Somebody opening up. And I do feel like you're manifesting this other person coming in and expressing these things to you. Now, it could be a specific person that you have in mind, or you just manifesting love in general, right? Manifesting communication, manifesting things happening quickly. We'll see when we clarify. In the current situation, you get the Judgment, the Five of Swords, and the King of Cups. It's almost like there's... So what you're showing me here is that you're going through this transformation, right? It's almost like you're rebirthing. You're experiencing a rebirth when it comes to love, when it comes to how you experience love, how you express love, how you feel about love in general. But you have the Five of Swords here, which is letting me know that there's a bit of self-denial or self-deception in how you think this is transforming. What do I mean by that? You may realize up until this point that you've been attracting, and this is just an example, right? This doesn't have to resonate specifically with you. You've been realizing and recognizing that the relationships that you've been getting into have been unhealthy. And so you're like, okay, I'm going to completely transform that. I'm going to completely shift that, and I'm going to start attracting healthier relationships for myself. That is great. But with the Five of Swords here, it could be that you're telling yourself, oh, I've done all this internal work. I've completely transformed. I've completely shifted. When in reality, you haven't done as much work as you think you have in order to get to this point of completely shifting your perspective about love or about relationships. And again, we'll see what this is about when we clarify. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Now, in the near future, you get the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. You're waiting for this passionate, emotionally fulfilling, brand new beginning to come in. You know what it feels like. You know what you want it to feel like. You know what you're desiring and attracting. But remember how I said you ordered it from the universe? You're like, hey, universe, this is what I want. And you're like, I'm waiting for my delivery to come in. That's the waiting part in the near future. You're very clear on what you want. You're very clear on what it is that you asked the universe for. But with the Two of Wands, I feel like it hasn't shown up yet because you're still waiting for it. So let's see. I'm going to start off by clarifying the Sun, which is the main energy for your reading. The Sun is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. So there's definitely an energy here of you looking at the past. You kind of, looking in the rearview mirror. And this is somebody, by the way, that you care a lot about. But you're looking at how things unfolded between the two of you and how things played out, basically. And you're kind of not really liking where it's going. You're not really liking how you possibly interacted with them or how they interacted with you. Take it as it resonates. All I do see here is that when you look back at this, interaction between you and this person, it's kind of like there's a lot of lessons that you needed to learn which you didn't pick up on at that point. And you're kind of like, man, I wish I knew this sooner. But it's like you're getting those lessons now. You're in the energy of accepting and understanding those lessons now. And those lessons that you're learning, they're really illuminating to you. It's almost like you're gaining this sense of clarity of like, oh, I see it now. I get it now. Excuse me. So we'll see what that's about. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to clarify the Magician first. Get flipped over. The Magician is clarified by the Four of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So you're definitely manifesting an energy here of good company. Long term. So basically what I'm saying, your energies today are just driving me crazy. It's like I can't even articulate what I'm trying to say. Maybe you're all over the place too. Is that a thing? Let me know in the comments. But basically what I'm getting here is in the recent past, you were manifesting somebody coming in and being like, hey, you know what? You make me feel good, or vice versa, right? Like either you're manifesting that or you're manifesting you expressing that to somebody. You make me feel good. I really like your company. I can see this going somewhere. I can see this having long-term potential. That's what you're manifesting. You want that love. You want that good, fun energy. You want something that you can see with long-term potential and being very, very stable. But again, in the recent past, because you're manifesting it, I feel like you don't actually have it yet. Let's take a look at the Page of Cups in your recent past. Page of Cups is clarified by the Temperance, the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're... Okay. I feel like something or a relationship between you and somebody else ended quite some time ago. This ended a while ago. So I don't feel like this is a recent ending. But I do feel like you're in this energy of, I want this back. I want this person back. I don't feel like this is something that ended like last week or a couple weeks ago. This is a while ago that it ended. You want it back. It's almost like you feel the need, like you maybe need to apologize to this person or you need to reach out to them. Because you're showing me here, I want a new beginning. I want a new beginning. And again, with the Three of Cups too, that could be that you're looking for this reconciliation because you're noticing that this person that you've had in your life at some point had some long-term potential. But it definitely ended. It definitely ended at some point, and you're showing me here in the recent past, I want it back. I want a new beginning. All right, wasn't expecting that. Let's take a look at the Eight of Wands in your recent past. Eight of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups, the Hangman, and the Moon. So I do feel like you're in an energy here of trying to disconnect from your own thoughts. What do I mean by that? You have this whole narrative, I want this back, I want this person back, I want this connection back, I want a new beginning here. And then you're showing me, I have this internal dialogue in my head. I want this, I want them, I want a new beginning, yada, yada, yada. But you're trying to emotionally disconnect from that narrative. You're trying to not get too emotionally invested in that because you know that in some level, there could be a factor that this is not going to work out. You and this person could not get back together. You're showing me here some fears, some insecurities tied up to this desire that you have. And so again, even though I do feel like you do want this new beginning and you do want this person back, you're kind of stopping yourself because you're saying to yourself, I need to make sure that I'm emotionally disconnected. I can't allow my emotions to get invested in this. Yes, this freaking dialogue is playing in my head on a loop, but there's also the chance that this isn't going to work out. There's also the chance they're going to reject me, yada, 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 right? Fill in the blank with your own fear and insecurity here in the recent past. Let's take a look at the current situation. Let me see what the Judgment is for you in the current situation. Judgment is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Death. You're very confused about what to do. You're trying to be very logical and very confident in your decision. What do I mean by that? I don't know why I keep saying that in this reading. I swear, your energies are just all over the place, Gemini, at least for whoever's energy I'm picking up on here. This whole dialogue of I want them back, I want them back, I want this connection back, you're trying to approach it from a place of, yeah, I can make this happen. Yeah, I can bring this back. Yeah, I can resurrect this. Yeah, this is going to work out. It's almost a bit of a facade, though, because you're also showing me that you're very, very confused. You're very unsure about whether or not this is going to work out. It's kind of like, on the one hand, you're trying to be very confident and optimistic and like, hey, I know that what I want, I get because I'm that person. But on the other hand, you're also showing me, yeah, but this ended, but this is over, but this is done, right? And so there's a bit of like, I want this. I'm deciding that I want this and I know I can get it, but do I actually know I can get it? Again, tying back to those fears. Let's take a look at the Five of Swords in the current situation. The Five of of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. You keep showing me that it is so hard, it's so difficult, this love, or just love in general. It always is so heavy, it's so difficult, it's so hard to deal with. And I'm going to kind of put you on blast here for a minute. I feel like it's only hard because you're making it hard. You keep persuading yourself of this is so difficult, it's so hard, it's so, it weighs so heavy on me. Anytime I'm in a relationship and I have these emotions, it feels like I'm walking around with this 1,000-pound rock on my back. And you always have this feeling that you need to bolt, you need to walk out, you need to be the one to leave, right? Anytime feelings start getting involved, you're showing me it becomes too hard and I need to be the one that exits the relationship, that exits this connection. This could be a form of self-sabotage that you might want to take a look at. If you have these beautiful feelings and you feel the love and you feel the connection, right, whether it's with this person or completely different people, it's only hard because there's some fears, there's some insecurities which you probably need to work through in order to get to this point where love doesn't feel as hard and you don't feel like you need to be the one to leave. Now, if this isn't you, you definitely know this is your pattern. If this isn't you, this could be the person that's connected to you. Let's take a look at the King of Cups in the current situation. King of Cups is clarified by the King of Cups, again, the Tower, and the Devil. Yeah, it's almost like you have this very catastrophic, keep in mind it's a distorted view of what love is supposed to feel like, of what love is, right? And basically what that means is you're looking at love as like, the second I start catching feelings, everything goes to shit. Everything collapses. Everything always comes down, crashing on me. My heart's going to get broken. It's always going to end in shambles. Like, it's never going to work out the way I want it to. This is a distorted perception that you may have. This is a limiting belief that you may have within yourself that you keep reenacting, right? And the Devil and the Tower are side by side in terms of the cards, right? This is 15, this is 16. And so it's letting me know that there is a connection between the two when it comes to your perception of love, whether how you receive love, how you express love, or both, right? And so, again, you might want to take a look at what fears, what emotions, difficult emotions come up once you start feeling love, once you start feeling a connection here with somebody, and what those feelings are that make you feel the need to be like, okay, I got to bolt. I got to get out of here, right? Because this isn't going to end well, so let me leave before it goes to shit. Who says it has to go to shit, right? And this is kind of an energy of the collective at this point. I've noticed this with Taurus as well. I've noticed this with a few other signs. It's almost like the universe is coming in and trying to get you to take a look at this so that you don't keep repeating this unhealthy cycle. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see what the Nine of Cups is for you. The Nine of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I love this. I absolutely love this. You're entering this point of being able to work on your own emotional stability. Remember how I said you need to work on these things? You need to take a look at these fears and these insecurities? You're doing it in the near future. You're working on that emotional stability, on what brings you emotional fulfillment, and how you can truly feel happy and balanced, emotionally balanced in a connection without it feeling heavy or difficult or cumbersome or having your fears and your insecurities come up. This is beautiful energy. Let's take a look at the Ace of Wands in the near future. Ace of Wands is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. There's a lot of healing here. This brand new beginning, it's almost like you're lighting a spark in the darkness. In the past, you weren't really aware of these things. You didn't know why you felt these things, and I feel like in the near future, you're kind of, it's like illuminating, like you're starting to recognize or realize or understand that this new beginning involves a lot of healing for you. And so I do see you still kind of holding back a little bit, right? Anytime we go through healing or a transformation, we still cling to the old us, the old version of ourselves, and that's fine. I do see you doing that a little bit here, but it's a slow progression towards healing. And this healing is happening both in the 3D world, but also on a very higher self level, spiritual level. Man, these near future energies are something else. I love them. Let's take a look at the Two of Wands in the near future. I love it. The Two of Wands is clarified by the World, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. You're waiting. You're at the tail end of this cycle of pain and emotional heartbreak. Remember how I said you look at the past? there's some pain and regret tied up to the past with a past person. And what I'm seeing here is in the near future, it's going to take a little bit more time, but you're at that end of that cycle of pain, that cycle of heartbreak, that cycle of, love being so difficult. And again, you got the Ace of Wands right here. It's a brand new start for you. It's a brand new beginning for you energetically, because you're going through the healing, because you've healed. And like I said, you're almost at the end of it, just a little bit more of this healing process, this complete transformative process within yourself, right? This is beautiful. Your near future energies are like unmatched at this point. Very, very, very beautiful transformation to witness. Let's take a look at what you need to keep in mind from the universe. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles. You've kind of been set in your ways. You've been doing things one way for a very, very long time. And honestly, I don't feel like this has been serving you that well. And what I do see here in this reading is a complete transformation into you stepping into the Nine of Pentacles energy, which is all about being very accomplished while working on yourself, being able to really stand on your own 2 feet and recognize that the power, everything that you need is within you, right? These fears, these insecurities, these limiting beliefs, they don't serve you, and so you don't need to keep holding on to them anymore. This was a really cool reading, Gemini. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you here next time.